In this video, I am going to explain material science under which Fermi level in an intrinsic semiconductor, Hall effect, which comes under module number 5 of engineering physics prescribed by VTU. Now let us go to the contents of this video. So here I am going to discuss about electron and hole concentration, expression for Fermi level in intrinsic semiconductor, and Hall effect, and also expression for Hall coefficient. Now let us concentrate on what is electron and hole concentration. So electron concentration in a semiconducting material is nothing but number of electrons per unit volume of the material. So that is what the meaning of electron concentration, which is denoted by symbol Ne. So here Ne is given by 2 into 2 pi me star kt by h square whole to the power of 3 by 2 into e to the power of minus ec minus ef by kt, where ec is the energy of the electron in the conduction band, ef is the Fermi energy, T is the temperature, K is Boltzmann constant, and me star is nothing but the rest mass of the electron, and H is Planck's constant. Similarly, the expression for hole concentration is NH. So NH is the hole concentration, that is number of holes per unit volume of the material. So NH is given by 2 into 2 pi mh star kt by h square whole to the power of 3 by 2 into e to the power of ef minus ev by kt. Here ev is the energy of the electrons in the valence band, ef is Fermi energy, k is Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature, and mh star is the rest mass of the hole, and H is Planck's constant. So this is what the expression for electron and hole concentration. So in case of intrinsic semiconductor, it is observed that number of electrons will be equal to number of holes. In order to arrive at expression for Fermi level in an intrinsic semiconductor, we need to know about electron concentration and hole concentration. Since in an intrinsic semiconductor Ne is equal to NH, so you have to substitute what is Ne and NH. So substitute the values of Ne and NH and equate them. So the same expressions are substituted here, and on simplification we are going to get the next term, that is me star by mh star is whole to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to e to the power of minus ef plus ev plus ec minus ef by kt. So we are going to get 3 by 2 ln of me star by mh star, that is equal to minus 2 ef plus ev plus ec by kt. So here the value of ef is given by ev plus ec by 2 minus 3 by 4 kt ln of me star by mh star. So it is observed that me star is equal to mh star, therefore ln of me star by mh star becomes ln of 1. So ln of 1 is equal to 0, therefore the second term in the above equation becomes 0. Therefore the Fermi energy Ef in case of intrinsic semiconductor is given by Eb plus Ec by 2, that is nothing but Eg by 2. So as according to this expression, Ef is equal to Eg by 2. That means the Fermi energy in case of an intrinsic semiconductor is exactly lies in between the energy gap, that is Eg. So this is what about the expression for Fermi energy in case of intrinsic semiconductor. Now what is Hall effect? Let us consider a material, let us consider a semiconducting material in the form of a slab, that is rectangular slab as shown in picture, and let L be the height of this slab, and let us consider current I is flowing along x direction, and a magnetic field of strength B is applied along the z direction as shown in picture. So here the magnetic field is applied perpendicular to the direction of flow of current. So because of this, a Lorentz force is coming to picture. That force pushes the electron in a particular direction, that is along positive y direction as shown in picture. So because of this Lorentz force, electrons were all accumulated on the top layer of the slab, and positively charged holes were all accumulated on the bottom layer of the slab. This phenomenon of separation of charges when a magnetic field is applied perpendicular to the direction of flow of current is known as Hall effect. So separation of charges going to happen when we apply a magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of flow of current, and the phenomenon is known as Hall effect. So this Hall effect is coming to picture because of the Lorentz force generated. Now let us go to the expressions part. So at equilibrium, the Lorentz force is equal to force due to electrons given by BeVd is equal to E into H. Here B is the strength of the magnetic field applied, E is charge on the electron, and Vd is the drift velocity, and EH is Hall field. Therefore, the Hall field EH is given by B into Vd. So here L is the distance between the upper and lower surface of the slab. So the value of Hall field EH is equal to VH by L, where VH is known as Hall voltage. Therefore, VH is given by L into EH or L into B into VD. So this is what the expression for Hall voltage. And the current density J is given by I by A, where I is strength of the current and A is the area of cross section through which the electrons were all moving, and further J is equal to NeVd, that is equal to I by Ld. Further, the drift velocity Vd is given by I by NeLd. Finally, the value of Hall voltage Vh is given by Bi by Ned, and the corresponding charge concentration N is given by Bi by E into D into Vh. So this is what the expression for charge concentration in case of semiconducting materials. The Hall field is directly proportional to current density J and the strength of the magnetic field applied. Therefore, EH is proportional to JB. So when we remove the proportionality, a constant will come into picture, that is what is called RH, known as Hall coefficient. So EH is equal to RHJB, and RH is known as Hall coefficient here. Therefore, the value of RH is equal to EH by JB, or which is nothing but VHD by B into I. The expression for mobility of charge carriers is given by mu is equal to Vd by E. So here current density J is equal to sigma into E. Further, the value of mu becomes sigma into RH. So this is an expression for mobility of charge carriers expressed in terms of all, that is electrical conductivity sigma and Hall coefficient RH. So for that, the Hall effect is going to appear in case of semiconductors as well as metals. So in case of N-type or P-type semiconductor, when the electrons are moving in a particular direction, by that time, if we apply a magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of flow of current, then an additional electric field is developed within the body of the material. And because of this field developed, separation of charge carriers takes place. So this phenomenon is known as Hall effect, observed in case of semiconductors as well as metals. And the value of RH will be VHD by B into I, and further the mobility of charge carrier is given by sigma RH. Thank you.